Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I'll just quickly share my presentation if it's okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, can you see it?
One second. Yes, we can.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Dr. Bageshree. And first of all, I would like to thank everyone, every speaker for incredible talks. Got to learn a lot. So I'll quickly discuss few things, which few of my insights for today's topic, beyond surface, thirst of our world. So the contents of this presentation will go as it's very difficult, as every speaker had said, that it's very difficult to discuss the whole thing surrounding the water and the various issues. So I'll quickly brief about few things. Water, we think we have, climate change and water and gender, and few examples of water use we don't really see, and how we can move forward. So there are different forms of water all around the world. We see water everywhere. Water is present inside us, water is present outside us. Mainly we see water in oceans, which we cannot directly use. It is around 97%. Remaining is around 2.5% is fresh water. But fresh water also is in different forms. It's in groundwater, it's in glaciers, ice caps, surface water. It is this surface water which we see in the form of lakes, reservoirs, rivers, etc. So this is the water we generally use, and along with groundwater, for our various purposes. What are the purposes we use our water for? We use it for domestic purposes, which includes washing, cleaning, brushing our teeth, bathing, cleaning utensils, cooking, etc. Industrial purposes and agriculture purposes. So if we see worldwide, our consumption of our water, global fresh water withdrawals, we say, it has used in it has increased in past century. It has almost doubled. If we see this graph, the left graph, we can see that global freshwater use has been increased at very high rate, specifically after 1950. So it's mainly attributed to economic shift towards resource intensive consumption pattern. As everyone previously also said, that we have such a lifestyle that we consume a lot of resources, and all the resources need water. So we have increased our production, we have increased manufacturing, our lifestyle changed, which has caused this high amount of freshwater withdrawals. Water use grew at almost twice the rate of population increase in these all years. The right graph, it says annual freshwater withdrawals. So the top three countries where annual freshwater withdrawals are highest are India, China, and United States. Per capita consumption of water is highest in United States. So along with three categories, domestic, industrial, and agriculture, agriculture is the topmost contributor for water withdrawals, freshwater withdrawals all over the world. So if we see overall worldwide, worldwide, agriculture accounts for globally 70% of freshwater withdrawals. If we consider India, we use 90% of our available freshwater for agricultural purposes. So this shows us the importance of innovations, technological innovations, and efficient use of water in agriculture. In high income countries, the use of water for industrial purposes is higher than low income countries. Conversely, in low income countries and in developing countries, agriculture is dominant category where water is used. India's agriculture water consumption has been growing rapidly, almost doubling. And as we have seen, China, India, and the United States have the highest domestic water demands. So why all this? Why this is important? Why this distribution is important? This is important for us to understand where water is used and where the innovations or where the efficient use of water is necessary. climate change and water. So climate change and water are very much related, and climate change is primarily a water crisis. If we see all the effects of all the impacts of climate change, those are related with water. Water and climate change are inextricably linked. Extreme weather events such as droughts, flood, unpredictable rains, polluted, or everything, those are all related with water. Globally, about 2 billion people don't have access to safe drinking water even in this situation. Over 1.4 billion people were affected by drought. This is population of India. 1.4 billion people. We have very ambitious plans for 2050, but the number of people at risk of floods will increase from current level of 1.2 billion already. It will increase to 1.6 billion. Again, by 2050, severe water scarce areas, the population will be 2.7 to 3.2 billion people. It is as good as twice the population of India. Also, ice-free Arctic summers at least once before 2050. Ice ice of Arctic plays a very important role. It is like a refrigerator for our world, where it reflects the incoming heat from the sun. If in the absence of this Arctic ice, this heat will be absorbed by the oceans. Those are darker than white surface of Earth, and this absorbed heat will again increase the global temperature, and it will accelerate the climate change effects. Terrestrial water storage, which is all the kind of water we see around us in the form of soil moisture, river water, lake water, groundwater. This terrestrial water storage has dropped at a rate of 1 centimeter per year. And if we consider India, we have lost it at a rate of 3 centimeter per year in last 2 decades. If we are if it is possible for humankind to limit the global warming to 1.5 degrees, we can halve the proportion of world population expected to suffer water scarcity. Almost all the natural disasters which we have experienced in last 50 to 70 years, those are all related with water. Since 2000, flood-related disasters have risen by 134%, where droughts they have increased by 29%. What it will happen in these climate change situations? Migrations will be there. Water disasters are destabilizing communities and triggering civil unrest. So when we discuss water and peace on this World Water Day, it is very important to understand that water belongs to everyone and everyone needs water for their survival. Within India in 2021, nearly 5 million people displaced due to climate change disasters. And according to estimates, nearly 216 million people worldwide will be forced to migrate. Where will these people go? These people will go in search of good opportunities, in search of water, in search of better life. They will move towards cities. And then there will be conflicts with already residing residents and this migratory and this migration people from who did migrations. So again, water plays a central role in this water and peace and conflict situations. If the previous speaker discussed about climate vulnerability index, so if we see the total analysis of various districts all over India, we see that Assam, Andhra Pradesh, and Maharashtra, these states are top 3 climate vulnerable states in India, where if we see much of the northern India is subjected to flood situations, whereas central India and southern India, those are subjected to drought situations, while some coastal areas are subjected to all the 3 extreme disasters. Again, all the 3 disasters are related with water. Do we have similar effects for every gender related to water? No. Water problems are specifically harsh on women, where in India, 150 million hours are spent by girls or women each day in fetching water. They walk 5 kilometers every day for water search in water scarce region. where it is staggering 43, it is like running 43 marathons a year. Most of the time, 30% or more of women's daily energy expenditure is spent in fetching water. Nevertheless, school dropouts for fetching water or child marriages, as one mouth less to feed, are again borne by girls. In Marathwada area of Maharashtra, in Beed districts and in some other parts as well, drought-affected migratory women underwent hysterectomy. Why? Because they needed to feed their family, so they had to migrate, and menstrual pain, monthly cycle were hurdles for them to work in sugarcane fields. So what they did, they removed their uterus so that they can go and work there. So again, it is very harsh, specifically on women. So if we want to use water, or if we want to discuss water and peace, discussing women is also as important as other issues. Again, when migrations are there, or when women live in shelters or in refugee camps, exposure to violence at home and on the streets is inevitable for is a very important issue for women. There are some examples of, again, water use which we don't see. If we see various data centers worldwide, they consume a lot of water. So in the rise of chat gpt, if we ask a question of 5 to 50 prompts to chat gpt, it consumes around half liter of water every time we ask such questions. The Microsoft and Google, they disclosed their water use, and there was rise of 20 to 34% during 2021 to 2022 in their water consumption. Cryptocurrency also, it uses a lot of water, where if we use credit card instead of cryptocurrency, credit card consumes 6.2 million times less water than those of cryptocurrency. So what happens when these data centers are located, wherever they are located, they consume the local water resources, and those local water resources, when allocated to such kind of data center cooling technologies, it reduces the water availability for other important activities such as domestic use or agricultural use. So again, this also can cause conflicts, and searching solutions for this is also important for peace. I have included specifically this site to attract your attention on this point, as last few speakers also discussed about uncontrolled groundwater extraction. But how much we have extracted groundwater from the ground? A new research, recent research, it showed that humankind has caused Earth rotational axis to tilt by around 78 centimeters during 14 to 70 years of period, at rate of 4.3 centimeters per year. Why? Because we extracted so much of groundwater, so the mass distribution was disturbed, and Earth had to balance itself by tilting. So this much effect we have on our Earth just by extracting groundwater, and the specifically hot spots are northwestern India and northwestern America. So again, as we discussed, all these things are very, very important for maintaining peace, avoiding conflicts, and water plays a very central role in all these things. So how should we move forward? Policy and governance play a very important role. Systemic change is very important in case of water related issues. So when we take personal actions, when we take actions as a community, those are very, very important for sustainability. And governance and policy implementation, those are very important to make big impact. Climate change is persistent threat, and as we have seen, agriculture is high contributor for freshwater withdrawals. So agriculture innovations, and again, as suggested, avoiding pollution from agriculture, using better technologies, using better crop patterns is very important to consider. Lifestyle changes, as again previous speakers have suggested, are very important, and water is the world peace. So in this to think of water, we need to think various issues surrounding water. So these are the things I wanted to share with you all on this World Water Day. And again, I wish everyone a very happy World Water Day. And Anuja, thank you for having me for this wonderful, wonderful session. Thank you very much.